Now here's Lillard. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Trains the three-pointer.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Now, here's Doncic. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Now, here's Lillard. Harden outside. Okongwu a screen. Harden, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Seattle. Alexander Walker up top. Doncic outside. Seattle missing again.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. And I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, Doncic, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. Claxton, no good.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. The free throw drops for Buzelis. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Doncic with the steal. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Lillard with no one around. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Doncic. Still yet to score. To end the cold streak. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
And that one drops. The Knicks lead by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the wing on the left. Buzelis, no one around him. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Launches it. Okongwu grabs the board. Out to the right wing. Beyond the arc. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Doncic right side. And a wide open look for Claxton. And it's Seattle with another.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Here is Lillard. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot by Buzelis, no good. A nice shot by Doncic.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here is Harden. Hasn't made one yet. Bucket is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Claxton. This one for three. It's rebounded by New York. Harden outside. It'll count, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Seattle trails by 13. Here's Doncic. Pass to Claxton. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Knicks. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Ingram with it. Back to Okongwu. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now Doncic. Pass to Claxton. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. To the inside. Caldwell-Pope right side. Another shot. The rebound by Harden.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And as James Harden enters his mid-30s doors, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
It's so true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
Caldwell-Pope outside. From downtown, Seattle missing again. New York leading by 15. Three-pointer, Lillard. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. DeRozan on the wing. Over in the corner, Claxton. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
They should just stay with what they've been doing.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. And Seattle making a change here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to DeRozan. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. And no good. His first shot of the night missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The three-point shooting of James Harden has always been pure.
The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And once again off the mark by Seattle. New York with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Assisted by
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Here's Doncic. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Harden. He's got 5. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Pass to Achua.
2 minutes.
Here's DeRozan. And he makes good on the layup.
DeMar DeRozan operating on the interior. So savvy, so crafty.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. .139 left to play in the first half. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's DeRozan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
So determined is DeRozan as he has piled up a ton of points in this league.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Achua inside.
3 seconds.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And that one's good, Lillard.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Down low. Here's DeRozan. Basket counts. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Dunn, and it's blocked.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
And so it's New York holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Out to the wing. Here's McBride. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Here's McBride. Six to shoot. There's a screen by Robinson. McBride's shot is off.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
They set the pick. Outside, Porter. Pass to Hendricks. New York missing again.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
New York leading by 16. Porter looking it over. Here's Wainwright. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they've talked about at halftime, it's not working.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
New York with the ball. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. On the wing, Porter. Bangs home the trifecta. Porter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Caldwell Pope's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Seattle. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Hendricks. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. And the Knicks lead by 17.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Claxton with plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Robinson on the wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to McBride. Robinson down low. And here's Porter. Here's Hendricks. And another 3 for New York.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Porter with the steal. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. Hendricks can't get it to go. Doncic with it. Fires from way outside. The long distance three is buried. Doncic has got 6.
Boy, you better have a lot of confidence to shoot from that deep. Doncic, yes, sir.
Pass to Porter. Here's Hendricks. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 1:15 left in the third quarter of the game. The three for Doncic. No good on the shot. The Knicks leading by 18. Porter inside. Here's Hendricks. Hits it from three-point range. Hendricks has got 9 points here in the second half.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And here's George for 3. The rebound by McBride. Here's Hendricks. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Hendricks has got 11 points in the quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
30 seconds left in the third. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Very few players in the NBA get to the line as often as DeMar DeRozan. There's a bit of an edge to his game. He's not at all afraid.
Seattle foul. Goodwin. First personal foul. First team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the third. Harden with it. Now defended by Goodwin. To the middle. Here's Okongwu.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Carter. On the wing to Rosen. Now Goodwin. And once again off the mark by Seattle. And so it's New York in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter.
59.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Doncic outside. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now Harden. Over to the wing. Okongwu. Off target with his 3. Pass to Claxton. Here's Alexander Walker. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Lillard outside. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic.
First team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Harden scanning the floor. A wide open look here for Okongwu. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And it's Doncic missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
For three, Ingram. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And a deep three from Doncic. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Doncic left side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Let's find out the news on Miles McBride. David, what's the update?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Knicks head athletic trainer. Oh, that is not what you want to see, and it sounds like it's a serious injury. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
James Harden.
13 points for Damian Lillard.
And with how well Lillard shoots it from deep, that mid-range, Jay, is normally going to be open. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hands it from downtown.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Second team foul.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and it's Seattle with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Booz Ellis.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Stolen by George. It's tipped and stolen by Lillard. Puts up a deep 3. Misses the shot. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.